Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Kamil. I'm really excited for this opportunity. So, my name is Kamil. I'm a sport therapist. 15 years ago, I was a college basketball player in Austin, Texas. And during the time I spent there, I was thinking to myself that besides learning basketball, I learned so many social skills that I use on the court and off the court. And I was thinking to myself, how can I assist kids that not necessarily play competitive sports? Because not all of the kids want to play in competitive sports. Some of them want to play for fun. Some of them are not talented enough to play competitive sports. So I started to think how can I assist kids, how to manage their anger, how to make friends, how to approach friends, and how to work on the social skills or communication skills. And I started thinking about how to do it. So today I would like to focus about how sports can prevent violence in school. So during the coronavirus, most of the kids spend their time at home. They didn't go to school. They barely saw their friends. Their parents worked most of the time. And the kids spent a lot of time on the cell phone. They played video games. And it affected their communication skills. It affected their confidence, the ability to manage their anger. They get frustrated easily. And now we see the results of the coronavirus, one of them. And I think it's really crucial to assist kids to manage and to guide them how to manage their anger and how to prevent violence. I believe that it's easier to communicate with kids, to teach them and to guide them when you have common base, when they trust the therapist. And most of the kids, when they face challenges, they surround themselves with walls. And when they trust the therapist and when they feel connected, those walls collapse most of the time. And then this is the time, and then it's easier to deliver the message. And this is what I want to do, and this is what I want to discuss today with you. So, as I mentioned earlier, I was thinking after I graduated from university about how I can assist kids that don't play competitive sports, how to approach other kids, how to have confidence, how to deal with challenges, how to set goals. And those things that I learned from basketball and I use it on a daily basis. I believe that what happens on the court usually happens off the court. And when we work in small groups, we have the opportunity to know the kids well, and we have the opportunity to have good relationship with them, and we can guide them and explain them and teach them how to deal with those challenges. So, as I mentioned earlier, I believe that life lessons that sports can teach us, as for example, leadership. If you can be leader on the court while you play sports, it doesn't matter what sports, you can be the leader of the class. If you can work as a team with your teammates, so you can work as a team with your classmates, it's the same thing. We have to communicate with our classmates and we have to communicate with our teammate. It's the same thing. It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same thing. So let's talk about how sports can prevent violence in school in four different steps. So first thing that I would like to discuss is, for example, that we have a small game, and this kid Albert that we have in every single class didn't face the challenge. He gets frustrated, he gets angry, and he leaves the gym. He goes out the gym. So I believe that this is not the time to educate Albert. This is not the time to get angry. At the same time, at the moment when it happens, Albert is looking for someone that can balance him, that can be empathic, that can calm him down. He's looking for this person because most of the time, when the teacher deals with 40 kids, he doesn't necessarily have the time and the patience to do it. So when we work in small groups, we have the opportunity to guide this kid and explain him. I understand that you are angry. I understand that you are frustrated. We need to name those emotions because we'll discuss it later. But sometimes some kids they don't know how to call those emotions, and then they don't think it's normal to feel that way. So we call it. It's okay that you're frustrated. It's okay that you're angry. Take a deep breath. Drink water. You can close your eyes. Imagine where would you like to be at the moment, and then come back and try again. If we repeat it and do it over and over again, eventually this kid Albert will believe in himself and he will be able to do it by himself. And not necessarily when he plays sports, even when he's in class, even if when he's at home, dealing challenges when he's dealing some challenges with his brother or sister. The idea is to provide them with tools that they can use everywhere. But when we play sports, it's easier to deliver the message, especially if those kids like sports. Empower the kids. I believe that a kid that enjoys high self-confidence will not choose to be violent. He can discuss it, he can try over and over again, but he wouldn't choose violence. That's why I recommend on focusing on the good things, on the positive things. Because sometimes we, as teachers or even parents, focus on the negative things and how we need to fix things and what's wrong with this kid. So no, I believe that first we need to see what's good, the positive, the light. So, for example, we can say, and by the way, it doesn't have to be something that is related to school. We can mention and say in front of all of the class, Albert, I noticed that when Jerry fell, you were the only kid that came to him, asked for to see that he's okay, gave him some water, gave him a hand, assisted him to raise up. You're a good and truly friend, and good job on that. Sometimes it's more important to be a good friend and to be sensitive to the environment than to score a goal or to be a basketball player. So if we look at the positive things and we empower this kid over and over again, eventually this kid will be confident and believe in himself. And this is what we want to be. We want to build a strong base because this is where everything begins. Another crucial step, we discussed this earlier, expose the kid to diverse range of emotions. Sometimes the kids are not aware of the name of the emotions, and then if they feel angry, if they feel frustrated, if they feel disappointed, sometimes They don't feel it's normal because they don't know how to name it. They don't know how to call it. So when it happens, we need to stop everything and analyze it and say something like, Albert, it's okay that you are angry. It's normal. It's okay that you're frustrated. It's normal. And then share a private story. Last week I was late to a meeting, there is a traffic jam, and I was really angry. I didn't know what to do, so I pulled over for a second. I took a deep breath. I took a sip of water, and I kept driving. And when he knows that there is a name to what he feels, and when he knows that it's normal that you feel the same way, the next time he would know how to express his feeling. He will know how to manage this feeling. Sometimes we play some card games, so we have cards, each card with different emotion, anger, frustration, jealousy. It doesn't matter, and each kid picks one card and shares a private story about when he was jealous, when was he frustrated, when he was angry, and the same thing like I said earlier. When this kid Albert hears his classmates, his teammates, that they are angry sometimes too, that they are frustrated sometimes too. He believes that he knows that it's normal. He knows how to call his feelings. And next time it will happen, we'll know how to deal with the situation. Another step that can assist to prevent violence is positive reinforcement. So sometimes when we have a tendency to focus on the negative things, so when a child gets out of the class over and over again, eventually it doesn't affect it. Eventually maybe he can feel that it's a good thing, that he doesn't have to study, that he can do whatever he wants. So we don't want that. We want to think the other way. We want to think differently. We want to focus on the positive things. So we can give this kid a job to demonstrate. Maybe you want to demonstrate the next drill. I know that you do it well. So we gave him a compliment and we gave him a mission. So it feels that he is important. It feels like all the classmates are looking at him. Maybe we can ask him before the class starts, do you have a specific games that you like? Do you have a specific games that you know that you play well? Maybe we can do it today. Even 5 minutes. It would make him feel like he's important, like he can make that he's assist to make decisions. So it's really crucial to focus on those kids because when we work in regular class, sometimes the teachers, most of the time, they don't have the time to do it. They don't have the patience to do it because they need to deal with 40 different kids. But when we work on small groups, we need to focus on those kids that have hard time, that they get frustrated easily, that they don't know how to make friends, they don't know how to communicate with friends. So I would like to discuss some drills that most of the kids like, and the thing is that they enjoy it, and most of the challenges that the kids face off the court will happen on the court. So if they don't know how to lose, if they don't know how to win, if they are not patient enough, they don't know how to wait in line. So those things would happen when we walk out. And then we have to time to stop it, to talk about it, and to analyze it. So, for example, in this drill, we play tic-tac-toe in two groups of five. So each group, they stand in a line. The first group member runs and put the cone in one of the hula hoops, runs back, gives five to his teammate, and then the other teammate takes the second cone and puts it in the hula hoop too. The goal, of course, to have three cones in a row. And after that, what happens usually is that they blame each other. Um, one Maybe one of the kids, as I mentioned earlier, can gets angry, gets frustrated, can throw one of the cones at the ground, and then the time is this is the time to stop the game, take a deep breath, ask the kids to drink water, analyze it, and ask them how was the communication, how did you work together, what you can improve next time. Do you think that you help each other? Do you think that both of the teams played fairly? We analyze it, discuss it, and then we do it again, and we see if there is a progress. Another cool drill that I like to do is we work in a group of two kids. One is blindfolded. The other kid has to lead only by communication. The other kid to the exit without touching the obstacles. You see, in this case, we have some cones that are the obstacles. So they have to trust each other. They have to communicate. They have to give up to each other because maybe one kid wants to be blindfolded and the other kid wants to be the leader. And after that, they switch positions. And then we stop again, we analyze it and talk about it. How did you feel when you were the leader? How did you feel when you were blindfolded? How was the communication between you two? What do you think can you do better? Did you trust each other? And then we do it again. And then again we analyze it. So the thing is that those drills are only tool to discuss and analyze it, the challenges that the kids face on a daily basis. The only thing is that it's easier to deliver the message when they have fun. It's easier to deliver the message when they trust the therapist because both of them like sports. And it's easier to deliver the message when the kid feels that he has confidence because he's doing something that he likes. So maybe some kids can do art, maybe some kids can do music, maybe some kids can do it with animals. But I talk about kids that like sports. That sports makes them happy, sports makes them confident. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for this opportunity. If you have more questions, you are more than welcome to find us on Instagram to send us some messages. I try to post on a weekly basis a new video clip, and I hope I will see you soon. Thank you. Have a good day, and bye bye.